Yes, so we would like to say thank you to our speaker, Mr. Shiv Shankar, for accepting this, for being our speaker today. And it is a privilege of us. You might be in the. Hello, can you hear me? And welcome to those students who just joined us. Yes, I guess we can start
Yes.
now.
Well, is it loud and clear? Right? All good. Thank
Loud and
you.
clear. Let's hear it from other participants if they can hear us.
Thank you. I would like to say, today, I'll be talking about something that can truly make or break your job applications, your resume, and your cover letters. So, before I could go ahead, I would like to share my screen. Yep. Firstly, thank you for all joining again. I would be just quickly taking through you how the resume and the cover letter, which can stand hold up good in the market, wherefore also could be a key for you guys to succeed in your job hunting. Firstly, by end of this session, we'll be able to focus how to give a first impression as well as showcase your skills, professionalism and communications, tailoring your applications, and boosting interview chances. Firstly, as I said, let's start with the basic things what does a job really focus on? The job recruiters focus on your resume and your cover letter. Yes, for that, actually, you need to have what actually matters. Your resume cover letter is your first chance to impress that reflects your attention to details and your communication skills. Well, you will learn by end of this how to create an impactful resume and covering letter, improves your chances of landing interviews. So let me go for the next one. Yes. Well, usually the first impression matters is you won't have a much chance. Your recruiter just spends only 6 to 8 seconds scanning your resume. So that means your resume should be very clear, well organized, and visually appealing. From the first glance, that it's your chance only to stand out quickly in your stack of other applications. First impressions is formally visually and as well as for structurally. Like every single words what you mention in is precisely, and also moreover the recruiter subconsciously assessing your layouts, formats, your resume formats, and even how you are. Is it like your resume is clean, crowded, or it looks like organized, clutter? And it may, if it is like clutter or inconsistent, it can even get us. It won't even get a second chance for you. Like thinking of your resume cover letter as your personal marketing tool. What does it mean? Your resume should immediately communicate who you are, what you offer, why you're a strong candidate for this role. Wherein there are few I've slided you up to you can see some small examples. This is like a header, the first impression, how it's when you see at the header, it says John Smith, cool, hotmail and cool dude. That is unprofessional emails. It looks like really unprofessional email numbers and nicknames. Looks immature. Phone numbers missing. No LinkedIn profiles. And of course, and the same thing, it's the strong example could be the one which is listed below. Yes, of course, it has got John Smith with at a Gmail, it professional email. It looks like professional email. Also, it has gotten phone numbers and your LinkedIn profile, wherein if they want more information about you, it's clear, simple. You guys can be more welcome to ask any questions at the end of the session. And also, like, I will be sharing you my details at the end of the session, if at all, if anyone wants to have any kind of links or help with creating their resume, as well as covering letter. Well, what actually grabs, let's go back to the presentation. What actually grabs attention? Is it like it should be really clean, professional layout? As I said, like it should be the layout of your resume, the margins and spacings well aligned, and also clear up to date details, which is like your employer can reach out to you without any difficulties. And obviously, readable fonts and layout. I would reckon you have an Arial or Calibri with a font of 10 to 12, which is very looks very professional and as well as easy for your eyes. And also concise language, impact bulletin points, which could leave when you're. It should be very as soon as looking at the bullet points, it should be like powerful and really your result oriented words like manageable, or like the examples which I've given, like it may be containing something like managed, design, led, or coordinated. This shows like how well your initiative and leadership on your your skills as well. So this helps the assessor or the recruiter to know what is your whether you're worth and for hiring for that proper particular position, what they have been advertised or looking at for. Are you guys with me? Like, are you able to hear to me properly? Please, if anyone could let me know. All good. Thank you, Reg. Uh, well, we'll go ahead with because we just have it's the long thing to go long presentation, and we have got a very short of time. I'll just quickly go through the steps, like what all you need to focus on your resume. When writing or preparing your resume, showcase your skills and experiences. Just like focus on accomplishing, not just duties, like accomplishing. Um, it's important to focus on what you accomplish, not just where you've list like responsibilities. Employees want to see results and impact, not just task. And one of the best ways to do by saying like using metrics and measurable outcomes that shows how you add values. Instead of saying just work at retail store, you can always say like increase the stores. I've got some examples with me, like which I've noted down for you guys. Um, like when you're working at a retail store, if in spite of just saying like worked at retail store, say like increased membership sign up by 30% through personalized custom engagement. This clearly shows what you achieved, what was you making, and what you is your contribution. It stands out. um, Also include keywords job in descriptions. Like always, like when you are writing on or creating a resume, please focus on the job description. Take the keywords from your job description, whatever like in the roles, what they're looking, like the recruiter is looking, because usually they use ATS, which is application tracking system, which are also if at all if there is no keywords or they're looking at, you won't even have a second chance. Like they'll, if at all, if it's the human recruiter, even it'll be highly you will never even go through your applications if without those keywords. They'll definitely look into those things. So make sure that when you're looking into a job profile or anything, use the words what is relevant, what they are looking into, what actually you can be able to grasp those words and insert in your resume so that it stands out. And also go for, yes, of course, as a students, I would like to also take a small brief on like people usually uh, freshers work just college pass and they're going through no experience. Yes, we'll go through quickly about when for the students or for the candidates who have got no experience. Writing experience while writing a resume just with no experience, just make it very simple, clear. Start with a clear heading, just as I said, like in the previous one, just your name, number, if it is any LinkedIn profile, and also write as objective statements. Just instead of not just career summaries, write a short statement of your career goals and what you can offer as a beginner. And also focus on education. List out your degree or diplomas or institute name and very key subjects like academic achievements and highlights and what have you learned. And include your volunteer works on the projects if anything is there. Be honest when you're writing, we are creating your resume. It's like if at all, also because they look like recruiters look like, because as a fresher, if you don't have an experience, at least they will be looking like what is your involvement, how you're volunteering to demonstrate your responsibilities, and what are the initiatives you're taken so that can on any project. So that shows that you're willing to learn and grow along with the company. And also add on any relevant skills if you've got like soft skills or and also like technical skills. It's very like if you're good in computers, like you can always say like if whatever like mm, uh, you got skills in Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, or anything COBOL, C++, or programming, or anything, whichever the skills like technical skills. And as well, you can also have a soft skills like you can do really mention like saying time management skill and those kind of things. So which really gives the recruiter to go through. You need to actually look yourself as a recruiter, where what actually recruiter may look into that as if you were a recruiter. Go into those steps, and it should be fine for no experience candidates to easily grab, because mostly when most of the institute when they're looking for refreshers, they want them to actually come in, learn what is their way of teaching and mentoring. They like to mentor the newcomers and then make them to settle and grow with along with them. They look for a long time um, commitments. So this is where like you need to work on that thing, and also mention your certifications if it is optional, like if you're whatever like you've done. And basically, main thing is that keep your resume in one page. Just don't make it unless and until like you've got an experience. And of course, and like when you're structuring your resume, your contact informations, very easy, very short, and professional summaries can pitch up to like to 3 line pitch. Basically, highlight your strengths and careers and goals and soft skills and your technical skills tailored to your job. And also, yes, as I said, like your work experience, reverse chronicle, chronologically, like which is the latest one at the top, and the last one, like the newest one, will be on the top. So it goes like last to the first in the reverse order. And educations, which of course I've been telling you from the point number one, education, and optionals is like certifications, volunteers, things. This basically supports your application. This structure actually clearly shows like how professional and aligning with the employers are looking into. And also I can give you an example for this, like in this, the case I've noted down, what could be the examples like inspired, you can say highly motivated marketing graduate with 2 years of internship experience in digital campaign and so on. So it always shows like, okay, you've done your internship, so you got a basic little bit of experience in your whatever the campaign you're looking into. Always try to match whatever the exams you're giving or whatever the statement you're giving that is relevant to the job which you're looking in, not out of the job, so which they don't really prefer to do those kind of things. And hopefully, I'm not too fast or too non-audible. Please let me know if you guys are not able to get me, or if it is okay. Can I go in the same pace, or you want me to slow down? Okay, I am. I'm sorry. I guess I take it as an yes. So thanks, Reg, because I was unable to hear you. Um, let's go quickly. Yes, next comes the demonstrating professionalism. Yes, of course. What does it say? Like no typo errors or grammatic errors. It should be like a zero error and grammatic mistakes. You can always use a help of tools which is already present, like Grammarly or any other AI tools, which it keeps constantly formatting your resume, like when you're creating the lines. So there is zero errors, and it also constantly keeps formatting like the lines, spellings. If it suggests so, and also with yes, approximately with all the bullet points. So make sure that your layout is perfect. You got a perfect heading. You got your perfect alignments and no spelling errors. And try to keep as max as like just 1 or 2 pages if you're relevant. And yes, of course, if you're in senior level management, yes, you can exceed up to 3 pages. Avoid slangs and emojis. Yes, just say hey, hi. Just if at all, I mean to say like always start with if you know your recruiters, start with greeting with the names, or like you can always say dear hiring manager, or those kind of you need to greet and those will actually value it. It adds on your potential of your resume. Like effective way of communication through your cover letters. Yes, when what could be, as I said, like in the previous slides, yes, when you should need to personalize. Now, like if at all, if you know how to write a letter, it always covers up with an um, header, body of the letter, and actually concluding, which is excluding. The same way the resume works out in the same manner. Like it has to be like the introduction or the greetings, and then the introduction and what is your experience as a body of a letter, and then of course concluding with thanking and making rating, which I'll go through quickly in next couple of minutes. Before, like, yes, try to greet them with dear my hiring manager, or even like mentioning their name right away, and express genuine interest in the company. And that shows that you already did a research on the company and you're keen to join the company, and that's the reason you're showing interest. And it makes it gives a good impression for the and also it also connects to know that you are aware of companies roles and missions, and you're committed to that, and it clears how good you are, good to you are to I mean good in to fit. um Also, explain your interest and matching, like example, um, if you're applying for any kind of marketing or thing or example, you can always say, I'm excited to apply for a marketing assistance role for ABC Co, which my recent internship experience and strong passion for branding storytelling, I believe I can contribute meaningful to your digital media or digital campaign. So this kind words actually try shows that yes, you are really keen about that type of errors. make sure no typos again. And always end with a call to action. This is like the important, like what is the mission, how you can be able to be a part of the company. While we'll go with the tailoring application, avoid generic um, templates, and always don't avoid using generic templates like resumes. Instead, research um, sorry, there's a call coming in. Um, Research the company's mission, values, and cause terms, and reflect that it's your language. Carefully read the job ads, identify the key skills or qualities that you're looking for. Mirror the language in your uh, whatever the job description to show your the one right candidate. Use, like I said, like what's specific language for the ads. Yeah, choose the keywords from the ads and use. And let's going for covering letter. Yes, covering letter is what you can make the recruiter or the hiring manager to read out about you, to know about you more than what you like to. You They want to know is that whether when you start your covering letter, always open with a job title where you found it, how you find it. Structure your covering letter being clearly opening, stating the job applying for, where you found it, and include an compelling hook. The middle session should focus on your most relevant skills, experiences backed up with specific examples. Conclude by thanking the employer and also express enthusiasm for the role and indicating your interest in future decisions, such as with a closing line thanking you for considering my application. I'm looking forward to for the opportunity to discuss how I can be, how I can contribute to your team. So this kind of words they say like, okay, this we are, I mean, okay, in this sentence you can always say that it shows that how interested you are, how you're keen to go and discuss about opening about any kind of role in to the companies. This can come up with your covering letters. So basically, this is what in just in one page, covering up all your aspects of what's your what's a job, where you, well, what do you define from and your greeting, experience, skills, and also contributing for your team and how willingness with thanking up. And common mistakes to avoid: using the same resume cover letters for all the jobs. Yes, this is often I've seen, and even at earlier stages, even I've done the same kind of mistakes. Like when we prepare any kind of resumes, we use the same resume again and over to all the job applications what we applied for. But I would highly recommend that use an different resumes for different jobs. Make particular um, specialized resumes for specific jobs, whichever you're applying for. Don't repeat those same resumes again and again on the covering letter. Because when you're like typo errors and mistakes as consistently formatting, you look unprofessional. Be careful while using vague buzzwords or like hardworking or teamwork without giving real examples. And also ignoring job ad instructions is like, do not ignore those kind of things. Use because failing to do so can submitting a Word document. Like a small example is like if they have ads due to some of the recruiters may ask like send a resume within this kind of with 1,000 words or with PDF format. And if you're also going to send it with a Word format, that's no. So that's an immediate rejections. So have those things. Do not ignore job instructions at any cost. And wherein like on resumes and cover letter examples before what's in change of the social medias. Yes. Managing, like you can always say a resume is managed Instagram growing forward like 2 and 3 months, demonstrate impact. And I hope like you guys able to hear me. Am I too fast or am I rushing?
All good, I think.
Yeah.
All good?
Everything's good.
Always good to.
We're following.
Thank you. Thank you, right? Thank you, Kat. Um, and also like you when you it's like the basic needs like all been covered up. These are like examples just to say like okay was been if we're in social media just say like in spite before and after this is how it can be like with the words what you can let it let your cover letter be very snippet example highlights passions and skills and put with all the honest words. Mm, yes. And there is always, as I said, like you can always, there are tools when you're preparing your thing, try to take the advantage of your resume buildings like Canva, Z, Nova resumes. Always use like Grammarly for grammar things. And to for you to search for jobs, yes, I don't need to let you know this is already famous like Seek, Indeed, or Linked, where you can find the jobs which you're looking for. It's like open in the market and it's free to register. You don't have to uh, get any kind of pay for anything for this. This is all like free. You just need to register and get a login details for that, and you can able to. And of course, there are other resources like for where you can have an agencies where you really need to get into for your career services and those kind of things. There are uh, agencies and companies which do work on this behalf. If you are interested, you can search. And finally, as we are ending, and just we have got just another couple of minutes more, and I guess I'm on the time. If but all, if we are not having any time for any questions, please feel free to email me, which I will be sharing my email ID for you guys or any kind of things. And also we'll go through quickly for some frequent question and answers, those kind of things. Uh, your summary and final tips will be like, if is it everything okay? All right. All good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, even proofreading every time, just make sure that you have gone through again and again your resume, that your there's no overshadowed your wordings or simple typo errors, mistakes, formattings, and lack of attention to the details. Those kind of things, and customizing, avoid sending the same generic applications to every employer. Tailor it, as I said, like tailor your resume and cover letter to the reflections and the specific job which you're applying for. And also, yes, as I said, like be honest and confident. So try to tempering yourself, especially when you're standing out. Be honest. Is the like I said, like honest is the always best policy. Focus on your genuine strengths and be clear about what you're eager to learn. Employers associate candidates who are authentic and have a growth mindset. And getting feedbacks from like if at all what does it mean, like getting feedback from mentors or peers? Yes, you can always show your resumes to all your friends or resume for your peers or mentors or your instructors. So over and over you'll have that confidence built up that you're doing the right way of resume. So people give suggestions, and that will help you out. And finally, of your resume and cover letter, you are your personal brand. Make that clear, and as well as compiling and tailored, and they will open up the doors to interview and the exciting opportunities ahead. This is like a frequent questions. Maybe like you can just go through. I'll just go through, or you can. I'll give like a minute so you guys can go through in case if so you can have you got any kind of questions. If we have got time, we can go quickly. How long should my resume be? Ideally, one page of for students or recently graduates, up to 2 pages if you have more experience. What if I don't have work experience yet? Focus on volunteer works, academic projects, internships, and transferable skills like teamwork or communications or anything which you have done in your campus, building up innovative or opening up some kind of programs for in the college. And also, should I include a photo on my resume? Not recommended in Australia, and definitely not. And in many of the Western countries, it's not standard, and it may raise a bias concern. So, because those days, well, when we were used to that, we know that we used to actually stick photos, and now it's not. That change technologies have been changed. So please do not use photos. Can I use AI tool like ChatGPT or Grammarly? Yes, as long as you review and personalize the output. Tools can support, not replace your unique voice. And of course, you can say like, oh, nowadays ChatGPT is there already and the AI is there that you're gonna actually just give it up. No, nowadays there is tools which actually can identify which has been uh, done, taken initiative by you, and is it true or just been pulled out from any kind of AI or ChatGPT that said no and immediate rejections. And so try to be, you can always have a help of those things, but never do take it entirely from them. How far back should my resume go? Ideally, like 5 to 10 years of um, experience. So I would like to say personally, 5 years should be fine. And is it okay for you to use colors in resume? A little is fine, especially the header, but keep it professional and readable. And also, as I said, like, thank you for being with me for all this time, learning and crafting. And I would conclude by saying, like, crafting and effective resumes and cover letters, even with a little no experience, is about clear structure, honesty, storytelling, and tailoring your applications to each opportunities. Where presentation or presenting your strengths, confidentiality, and as well as you can pay attention to details and great improve your chances. This will improve your chances and also standing out. Remember, your application is your best impression, first impression. Make it count. Thank you for your attention and best of luck for your job applications. Feel free to actually raise the questions if you've got any. And I believe if Reg.
Yeah, I think if we have questions from our dear speaker tonight, today, this afternoon, if you do have, kindly leave us a message so Shivs can answer it. But if there's nothing else, if there's none, let's just try to read messages. But if yes, they are actually thanking for this insightful webinar from you, Shivs. Thank you so much for that. And
Thank you
before
all.
we, yeah, I think there is no more question. But before we end this session today, we'd like to thank those staff that joined us and our dear Ma'am Dian for joining us in this webinar. She's been so consistent in joining the webinar, and also those students who attended in this webinar. And I know that these students, not just the students, but us as well, learned a lot from you today. And
Thank you.
I think yes, especially a few guys are going to be. I think if they're going to be creating your resume for to apply for a job, you can probably email Mr. Shivs if he can check your resume, if it's okay to be submitted to the employer or not, because he provided his email. So that should be fine, Shivs, yeah?
It should be fine in case if they
Yeah, I think
require
it
for
should be
any kind of.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can check your resumes if you want. Thank you so much, everyone. This
Thank you guys. I
yes,
hope
this
you
concludes
enjoyed.
the webinar for today.